Wednesday. And right now we're kicking off Primetime Week on GMA, celebrating the shows coming back this season.
That's right. And this morning we're talking child support. It's a game show where a group of kids can save adult contestants if they don't know the answer. And the man wrangling all of those kids is Ricky Gervais. Take a look.
Ready? Ready? Okay, kids. Tell me your names and where you're from.
My name is Daniel, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
And why do you want this job?
I wanted this job because you're amazing.
Thank you.
And I get paid.
That's exactly why I took the job. Right.
Please welcome Ricky Gervais.
How's it going? Hey.
All right, Ricky, you know the famous W.C. Fields quote, never work with animals or children.
Oh, they're both better than actors. I'd rather... I love animals. I try and work with animals all the time. And kids are great. And I've got the best of both worlds, you see, because I have the fun. I'm like a fun uncle. I can leave and go, they're yours now. So I can go to the pub.
And you're getting paid.
And I'm getting paid, yeah.
And you're amazing.
Oh, well, apparently. Yeah, that was great, yeah.
So where did this idea come from?
The guys approached me and said they wanted to do something with me. And I usually say no to these things. It's not my sort of thing usually. And I love quiz shows and I love those sort of things, but I never thought I'd do one. But they sort of developed it with me, and it was... You know, it was fun and it was ad-libbed. It was all ad-lib. You know, you can't practice with a kid, so it was really right up my alley.
They're really honest, aren't they?
That's what I love about them. They are so honest, and it's just so funny just to ask some questions. One little girl just went to me, "I can see your bald spot." I went, "Cheers." And then another one said, "Are you married?" And I said, "No, but I've been with the same girl for like 30 years." She went, "Why don't you propose to her then?" And then another little girl said, "You should get her a ring, because you ain't that special."
Out of the mouths of babes.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I liked them straight because they didn't respect me, so I like that.
But you also love animals, and apparently they love you. We showed the picture before. Yesterday in the park, you met my dog, Cooper.
Oh, I love Cooper.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I honestly, we go to the park every day. If we're in London, we go to Hampstead Heath. If we're in New York, we go to Central Park every day just to meet dogs. And it's great. They're such a joy. And you can't see your angry little dachshund, though.
Yeah, Daisy's not nice.
Yapping at me.
It wasn't you, it was her.
I know.
So who's harder to manage? A group of dogs in the park, a group of children on your show, or perhaps a bunch of celebrities at the Golden Globes?
You've got to get their attention at the Golden Globes. There's you know, I have to go out and say, "Shut up, listen." And as long as there's the threat that I could pick on one of them, then they listen. They're great, yeah. Oh, the Golden Globes, there you go. Oh, who cares? Look at them all. Look at them all. They were asking for it with their good skin and hair.
Doesn't sound like you'd do it again.
I might. I did it 4 times. But yeah, I might wonder. I would, I think. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun 3 hours. It's funny to be the most feared person in the room.
Yeah.
For 3 hours.
You're also very funny on social media. In fact, we just saw a post where you tend to troll your girlfriend a little bit, or at least make fun of her on social media. We've got a picture of it. The caption says, "Jane having a little get-together in the garden." What does she think?
I get if we're going for a walk or something, or I see her, you know, alone, I take a sneaky picture of her alone and I tweet Jane with all her friends.
and does she laugh too?
Well, eventually.
You guys, if you mentioned, have been together 30 years since college, right?
Yeah, since college, yeah.
So what would she say it's been like living with you or being with you for these 3 decades?
She'd say she's the luckiest woman in the world.
Yeah. That's what I thought you'd say.
You have a new stand-up special. It's so great on Netflix right now, Humanity. Talk a lot about animals in that as well.
I do. I love animals. I think they're a privilege. I've never understood animal cruelty. I spend most of my time on Twitter trying to stop this or that, or, you know, and that's the great thing about social media. You know, you can change the law because you sign petitions and. Yeah, I've never understood it. I absolutely love animals. It's a privilege. We haven't got a dog because we travel too much. We've got a cat, right? And we've got a rule: if the cat sits on you, you can't move. So the other one has to get up and get the drinks. So we try and lure the cat onto our lap. So the other one has to. Yeah.
You have a comedy special, Humanity. It's on Netflix right now. It's your first one in 7 years?
Yeah. That just sort of happened because things come along, you know, and it wasn't a conscious decision. But now, I always thought sort of stand-up was the second thing I did. I write and direct TV or films or whatever. But now, after doing this tour, I did a world tour and it went on Netflix. I think stand-up's my main thing now because it's such a privilege to go out there and say what you want. You know, I can't get over.
Isn't it the hardest thing you do, though? I mean, that's what people always say, that there's nothing harder than stand-up.
Well, except that you know whether it went well or not straight away because they laugh, so they pick your best hour for you. If you do 50 shows, by the end it's a perfect hour because, you know, audiences are the same everywhere. So it's...
Do you change it up a lot when you're going to different audiences?
Well, it evolves. It evolves.
Yeah.
You get everything better, and you know, and then after a few shows, it just flies.
Do you have a joke that always works?
Yeah, but I can't tell it here.
Not for morning television. All right.
Thank you for coming in. All of you can see season 2 of Child Support. It premieres October 5th at 9 Eastern right here on ABC.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.